I'm pressed the button. Okay, there we're live. Hi.
Hey, hey.
So you're Bon Mott?
So you were acting
Bon
as
Mott.
a internet DJ kind of style. You're pumping it up, all that
Yeah.
good stuff. And we have some people getting ready to travel to RSA in the San Francisco for my day job.
That is
And-
not about wrist pain. That's about security.
Yeah, it's not repetitive strain aggravation. It's a cybersecurity conference.
RSA, not RSI.
Yeah. And so there all these events. It's just like CES. There's like tons of parties and stuff to go to afterwards, and networking and stuff. And one of them, my coworker of mine had gone to it. They had a DJ last year, and he's like, "Oh, they have an a cappella group this year."
What?
And it wasn't like, and we were discussing, it's like, I had nothing against a cappella. In the right context, you listen, Music Man's happening. I'm happy for all the a cappella.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm finding Carmen Sandiego, a cappella is my preferred music of choice, right? But I was like, in a social setting, it's like, I feel like a DJ is used to you not staring at them because the music is the point. Whereas the a cappella, the people are the point.
Yeah,
And so
and
then
a DJ is playing music for you to go do things to. An a cappella
Yes.
group is doing something that you're meant to pay attention.
Yeah, it's a so then it's like if I'm not paying attention to them, it's weird because I'm just trying to be at RSA and score some free drinks. Like it's very it was very odd choice for the venue. So it just made me thinking of DJs. Made me
What kind of a cappella songs will they do though?
I see now that I don't know because that might change the equation there.
Right.
If it's
Would they play Kiki's 404?
Not found in the system.
Not
You know,
found
which
in
is
the
fun-
system.
Which I was enjoying the bass line on that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like it has this really great thumpy cold bass to it. It's cool. Tom, I'm making a change to one of my things here on the rundown here. I'm putting one back. I'm going to bust another one out.
Busting out.
And I almost stole something from from Molly's new Discord, but I don't think I'll steal one of those yet. For her other show.
Yeah. Those of you in our Discord, for It's a Thing, don't get confused. We mean everybody in the pool.
Yes. It's not a replacement Discord or anything like that.
No.
Not yet. I'm just kidding. That was stupid. Why did I say that? So how is your week going, Tom?
It's going quite well. I think I have my things here. One of them is more of a question that I think is perfectly appropriate to ask you, since you were.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and the other
Sounds
one is
fun.
something I'm curious if anyone has been using.
Ooh, I am intrigued.
Yeah,
intrigued.
I am too. So I got my things in there.
And hello to everybody listening. I see King Music Beats saying hi.
Oh, hey Sergio.
Sergio. We have Zoe. I think she's new
We have
to
Ken.
the Twitch. Yeah.
Ken, hi Ken.
Oh yes. I don't have I'm out of monitor. Hold on.
I'm looking at Discord too.
Yeah, I know. I
And-
didn't have my Discord up. That was on my fault. That was on my bad. Offie James, of course.
Welcome to It's a Thing.
Oh wait, did I? Oh,
Yo,
phew.
G James B.
Wait a minute. Crap.
Are you wearing an Aldi sweatshirt? I just realized this.
I am, in fact. There's a production snafu. If you'll look on line 25,
Yeah.
you'll see the snafu.
In the bullpen?
No, on the main rundown. line
Oh, in the
25.
main. Okay, I will go back to the main rundown. Oh.
Yes, that is my production snafu.
Oops, that's a big one.
That is.
Do
that
we
is not
do
good.
ad lib?
I think we have to do ad lib.
Are you up for that?
I'm up for whatever. I created the situation, so
Yeah?
I have to be
All
up
right.
for anything.
Well, all y'all, welcome everybody to the chat. Everybody in chat say hi to each other.
Yes,
Because
you're
there's
all
some
wonderful.
long timers in there and there's some new people in there.
What's the thing? Cadmang Lover 31. That's what we're here to find out. What is it?
That is what we're here for. I made corned beef and cabbage yesterday, Rich, and it was good.
Do you ordinarily ever eat corned beef outside of St. Patrick's Day?
Sometimes, yeah. I've actually made corned beef and cabbage in non-St. Patrick's Day situations. My wife, who is not Irish, is a big fan.
Okay.
And so she's like, can you make the corned beef and cabbage? Because she considers it healthy.
All right.
Which I'm not disputing, but it's usually not the meal. But she makes a point. She's like, the beef is pretty low fat because you trim the fat off.
Relatively lean. Yeah.
She needs more iron in her diet, so that's important for her to get beef. And then you have cabbage, which is like high fiber, low calorie, potatoes and carrots. I mean, what's not to love?
You're making the case for it. I had a corned beef and on a marbled rye from Immigrant Son, which is a brewery here in Northeast Ohio, and it was. I rarely have corned beef, but it was phenomenal, and it makes me want to eat more corned beef. Not as healthy though, because of the just load of carbs,
ridiculous amount of carbs and salt.
And salt, and I think it was bread was buttered too. So, yeah.
Shall we then begin the show?
I think we have to.
Zoe Brings Bacon celebrated St. Patrick's Day by doing nothing.
Yay! That is usually my go-to celebration. So Zoe, we are of a kind.
Congrats.
All right, let's clap it up in 3, 2, 1.
And music in 3, 2.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Hello, everybody. I'm producer Rich Straffolino.
And I'm Tom Merritt. Welcome to It's a Thing, the weekly podcast supported by you about things that are things. And one of the things this week is that Molly is traveling on St. Patrick's Day yesterday to Boston without wearing green. We've not heard from her since.
Going to some sort of epicenter that we know of. We think she's going to be okay though. But yes,
I haven't heard from her today. Last we heard from her, she was saying, I'm just, instead of green, I'm wearing, you try to pinch me, I punch you face.
It's like flying into on Mardi Gras to like New Orleans and being like, you know what, I'm just going to go to the library.
F beads.
Yeah. I don't have any accessories on whatsoever. I refuse to engage with it. So yes. Hello, everybody. Pleasure.
Hello, everyone. Rich is filling in for Molly today. You can support this show in multiple ways. Becoming a patron gets you customized shout-outs, early access to bonus episodes at patreon.com/itsatthing. You can also shop for merch. What do we got in the shop these days, Rich?
We have all sorts of things. We have onesies for little kids. If your little kid is a thing, you can get a onesie for them.
Okay, so you can buy the onesie for the child. You cannot buy the.
You cannot buy an adult-sized onesie, which I realize actually are a thing. I don't think we've ever talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the adult onesie is a thing. If they had one, I would make one. But we have all sorts of logo merch. We have the shirt I'm wearing underneath my Aldi shirt, which I don't want to take off now, but it's a vibe, a good vibes only coding shirt for It's a Thing. So you can find that there. All sorts of great stuff.
itsathing.me/shop is where you go, and you will be confronted by the aggressive.
It is truly aggressive.
Appeal of a Got Protein shirt, of an It's a Thing hoodie, of the Tomori Katakana hoodie, the It's a Thing Best on the Market shirt. Go do it right now. It will make you feel better to be microdosing sunlight.
If you don't go do that, you may in fact be inviting getting cursed. That is not in that context, but that is my first thing today, is describing something as cursed. I have heard this come up in a variety of contexts. Tom, have you come across cursed?
This feels old. This feels like something that's been around forever to say like, oh man, that thing's cursed. I can picture Molly saying it in my head. So what's making it bubble up into thingdom?
For me, it's just I've seen it in the most, I guess maybe it's the mundanity of it. In that it used to be, oh yes, I would hear maybe Molly say it. I would hear some YouTubers.
It would be kind of a
it.
clever thing. You'd be like, oh, that's funny. They said curse. Now it's just a thing everybody says.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm talking to like on my Monday show, I'm talking to like CISOs, and I've heard it described as like man, this Microsoft deal is totally cursed.
So
and
it's
I'm just
it's
like,
finally broken out of its pond
yes,
into
yes,
the
it is.
wider waterways.
It is no longer the thing. Maybe this is just me as an aging millennial. Like I'm hearing the things that people that I used to think were hip now, and now these people are middle aged.
But that could be a real thingdom of like stuff that was like 20s slang. Like, is Skibbity going to be like that in 20 years? Like, you never know.
I truly hope so, because when I'm 70, I'm going to be so enjoying them feeling awkward about their CEO talking about whatever Skibbity about their company having Riz.
When will 6-7 die?
2067, actually, I think will be the
that'll be the resurgence. That's when it comes back.
That's true.
People
That's true.
will like,
We'll
when we were kids.
We'll have merch ready, Tom. Don't worry.
I'll be dead. So.
I believe in you, Tom. I believe we can get just for the merch.
I possibly won't want to be alive if I am alive.
I mean that is a possibility. It's really beyond. Here's the thing: we know for sure your consciousness will still be alive, so we'll be good for now.
I'll be replicated by an LLM or whatever succeeds LLMs.
It'd be like a tape cold storage. Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll just be over here having a beer, sprinkling it with beer salt.
Beer salt.
Beer salt. I encountered this in the grocery store the other day, and there was a big old display of it in the beer aisle. Get your beer salt here. It was, I believe, Twang brand beer salt.
Beer salt.
It is a citrusy flavored salt. So it's kind of like putting a lime or a lemon into your beer. It is a Latino culture thing. So no surprise that I'm seeing it in Los Angeles. But I had never seen it on display before. You know, it's more like Tajín, where it's like just off in the corner. If you know, you go grab it. This was like, hey, everybody, looking for the beer salt? Here it is. We got lots of it. So I don't know if it's just Twang doing a marketing campaign or if it's becoming more popular.
Yeah, because I've definitely had this, like on Cinco de Mayo. You know, you get your bucket of Coronas, and you can definitely get salt on the rim, right? But to have this be like productized. Now, have you engaged in the beer salts, Tom?
I have in the past.
Okay,
but it's been quite a while since I tried it. I think it may be 10, 15 years.
I know there is a thing in coffee culture that the idea of adding a small amount of like salt saline to a coffee can cut down on bitterness. I'm wondering if it might serve the same function. I don't know, with the citrus element, just give it some more acidity, some more life. Salt makes everything better.
But also a little salt. But honestly, now that I say it, I don't think I had this kind of beer salt, because I don't think it was citrus. I've just put salt into beer because someone was saying like, oh, it brings out such and such flavor, and they were right. So
wait, wasn't this like an old? I swear someone emailed in about this years ago that like their dad would like sprinkle in a little salt to their beer because it would make it extra foamy or something like that along those lines. So maybe I will have to keep an eye on this to see if this crossed over, because you're right, like. This is definitely in the Tajín shelf on my local Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
And I need to see the crossover here. The reach for this may not make it to Northeast Ohio.
Let us know if you have seen beer salt break out of its niche.
Now, Tom, you've been you're a self-described coffee achiever, right?
I am definitely of the coffee generation. I am a coffee achiever, along with Lauren Bacall. I'm a big believer in coffee. So
has the OXO Rapid Brewer come into your on your radar yet in terms of coffee stuff?
What is the? I mean, I know OXO. They're the make you feel like you bought a high-end kitchen appliance.
Yes, they're the like thing in Target that looks like has a little bit of design going on with it. Yes,
shouldn't this be a Williams and Sonoma?
Yeah. It really shouldn't. It's OXO. And I say this, I have many because
We have many OXO products as well.
appliances, Yeah, I have a potato masher thing. Anyway, so the OXO Rapid Brewer it looks kind of like an AeroPress, right? Where it has like
I'm
kind
looking
of
at
a
the picture
piston.
now on Tom's Hardware.
It has kind of a piston system to this, but it's taking off for a variety of reasons. It's really big in more of the niche specialty coffee industry. One, because it's relatively cheap. Like I think like $50, which in terms of coffee paraphernalia is fairly low priced. And it is capable of both doing like a really fast cold brew. You can do kind of like a AeroPress kind of style concentrate shot that you can water down, or you can add to milk and stuff like that. But where it's really taken off, I've seen, is in more of the specialty coffee space, in this whole thing called like souping coffee, where you're doing
Souping?
long story short, it's basically like getting the intensity of an espresso without the espresso machine and without needing to get a fancy grinder, right? And
Okay.
because this can build up a little bit of pressure because it has like this pump system as
Okay.
opposed to you just like smashing down an AeroPress, it is definitely caught on in a way that I haven't seen other rando one-off Target brand coffee brewer.
I like it.
Hey, this is our version of a French press. This is our version of a V60. So I wouldn't have brought it up if it was just that. But I've seen multiple people now with these in their kitchens. And I think it's because of the cold brew angle, honestly. Like I think the specialty coffee people like it because it has a unique capability to it with kind of building pressure for cheap.
Yeah.
But I think that like there is cold brew is such a massive thing that this is starting to take off with everyday, this like non-coffee freaks, because they're like, I want cold brew, but I don't want a weird tower or like this, like kind of the infusion style.
Yeah, you want easy cold brew.
You want easy cold brew, not cloudy cold brew, you know. So I have seen this with the normals in the coffee world, and that kind of to me cemented it. And the fact that it's routinely like it's sort of hard to find sometimes, when in stock in like Target or
I mean,
just online.
This falls to me in the category of being a thing just because it's something you'll see and go, does anybody buy that? And now Rich is like, yes. Many people do.
I will say it's also like kind of it kind of falls in that AeroPress realm of extremely simple. It's basically like it's all plastic. I mean, it's all plastic, so that may be a detriment for some people, but it's essentially unbreakable. You don't technically even need like a paper filter for it, which is kind of cool. So it's like kind of in that realm of like a very well engineered. It's not like the cheapest thing in the world, but it's also, again, when you're spending $75 every 2 years on a Keurig machine or something, like not that expensive either. So I don't know. I feel like this has potential to become like a piece of coffee culture that's just kind of, even if you don't use it, right? You get it as a wedding present and it sits on your shelf and stuff.
No,
like
this
that.
is going in the cabinet next to your AeroPress and your Chemex
Yes.
that you never pull out because you're too tired and you just use your Keurig.
You just want the pods, you get the Nespresso going, and it's all good. It's all good. However you enjoy it, I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And hey, Mackie points out it's only 36 pounds UK. So,
It's
it's not
particularly
super
cheaper,
expensive.
over in the Kingdoms United.
Well, there you go. I'm going to bring up one that I have seen people using more and more often on YouTube, but maybe this is just influencers. But I don't think it's a pay for play thing because it's people using old digital cameras. So, like when I say old digital cameras, I mean like actual vintage, quote unquote, 2010s, 2000 era digital cameras because they like the style. I talked about previously using an old phone as a digital camera, but I also keep just seeing digital cameras, standalone digital cameras. And in fact, the using an old phone as a digital camera thing kind of is pointing towards the fact that just having a thing that is a digital camera is the thing. You're into photography. Do you feel this? Do you see this?
100%. If you go on like KEH or any of the resale markets, the prices on like that's my barometer, right, for popularity.
Yeah.
It used to be that just like, like these certain Fujifilms, these certain Contax cameras or whatever were like crazy expensive or they retained their value crazy. Now we're seeing like all the old Canon Power Shots. We're seeing like anything that had any like halfway decent digital camera it used to be basically those were free, because no one wanted them. The cables were a pain in the butt. And I've seen the prices on those go up to like 50s, 75s. Like for like a nice Canon PowerShot, like those you cannot get deals on those anymore. And I've certainly fallen into this. I have an old, I think it's like a Ricoh, but it's a waterproof camera. And I love just taking that to the beach, to the water park and stuff like that, because I don't care about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring my phone. I hate having to wear the phone with the case. I get like some people can't be away from their phone, or you don't want to be away from your phone. I completely get that. But like, I don't want to be enjoying a beach like that. But like, hey, I got a cheap waterproof camera that takes decent 12 megapixel photos outside. Like that's the other thing too, is I feel like this is all, we're spending more time outside. Like I know we're long-term post-pandemic, but I still feel like this is a knock-on effect of this.
Yeah.
It turns out every camera ever takes awesome photos outside. Right? When you have good light, every
Turns
camera
out
looks amazing.
the sun, amazing light.
Looks amazing.
Yeah.
And they all have good flashes on them. So like, even if you're indoors, it's really, you don't get that kind of HDR or like that image crush processed look that you get on a lot of these. I 100% see this trend like all over the place. Lots of awkward selfies. That's how you know it's a real digital camera. Is when the selfie kind of sucks.
You have to take a selfie with the camera, and you can't necessarily see yourself because they don't all have the viewfinder that flipped around. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Digital
used to have
cameras now-
mirrors on the front so you could see yourself.
Yes, I remember that. It's amazing. All right, so I don't have a clue what our thing of the week should be. Maybe cursed.
I
It's
feel like
bubbling up.
bubbling up. I mean, I want to say digital cameras because I'm a camera guy.
But I feel like that's such a broad trend. It's not of the week necessarily. I'm not knocking it out. I'm saying maybe the OXO Rapid Brewer thing, because that's new.
But I'm happy to put the OXO in there.
Let's do it.
It doesn't need the love, but I will give it to it.
OXO Rapid Brewer. More people are going to be looking for that than digital cameras. Let's get to your things. Feedback at it'sathing.me. Bernie, kitty corner to the Bay Area in Dublin, California. I've been to Dublin many a times. Well, I've been to both Dublin, Ireland, and Dublin, California. On old phones, says, hey guys, just listened to episode 408 and you were talking about people using their old phones as cameras. I'm currently using my old Samsung S20 FE as a media player / Walkman. That way, my media is more decentralized. All my music and most of the Marvel movies are on there, and I have 512 gigabytes of storage on the slot. P.S. The S20 FE was the last generation of Samsung phone that had the micro SD slot.
The old personal jukebox makes me happy.
I don't know if this is a thing, but I have heard people saying they tell people that their phone is just a media player, not a phone, when people ask them to use it. Because that can be a legitimate thing people need, or it could be a gambit. And so it's like, can I use your phone? I'm like, oh no, it's just a music player.
That's like an episode of Curb right there.
Yeah.
That's like Larry can't give them
And then
their
later
phone.
they
Then he sees them
see
making a call
Larry on the
later. Yeah.
phone. Yeah.
Tremendous. All right, Ambassador Domo reporting in with a dance craze on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The current viral dance at the moment is the Double Dutch Bus. Provides an example with a video by Party Animals Baseball Club, originally sourced from Molly Long in an article from the Charlotte Observer. She was also responsible for the viral pop music dance that happened in 2025. And Tom is bringing this up here. Oh yeah, this is the haps right here. Oh my!
I never saw that across my algorithms, but
it's a little Rockheadish, a little bit there, and
it's very cool though.
Hey,
Double Dutch Bus. It may have come and gone already, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying Ambassador Domo is wrong. Thank you, Ambassador Domo, for your service in gathering this thing. But I'm like, that didn't make it to me. So that probably says more about me than it does about the Double Dutch Bus.
Our feeds, yes.
Todd on some flashback videos. Tamale Rich, I'm a couple episodes behind. I'm saving a few to listen to you on a trip to Peru. But I had to make sure you covered the 90s movie and TV stars making flashback vids over Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. These are all over my feeds, and I love them so much. The nostalgia cuts through years of exennial dark cynicism scars, and they're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be. and I don't want to go home right now. Hope you're doing well, Todd. I think it was Technomensch in our Discord tipped me off to these. If it was not Technomensch, I apologize to whoever it was. Yeah, there we go. Technomensch is saying, gee, didn't someone bring this last week? Yeah.
Is this this was me in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That is, yes. My favorite one was by the wrestler Harley Cameron, posted one, and it was just a picture of a sperm because she wasn't born yet.
Oh, see, that's cute.
It's fun.
They're
Creativity.
so cute
folks.
as zygotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that Technomensch mentioned was slightly different than the one that Todd's mentioning, but they're all of a trend, and I think what's new about this one is it's the celebrities doing it, whereas the trend a couple of years ago was people like, check out what Matt Damon looked like in the 90s, and here's what he looks like now, and now it's the celebrities themselves doing it. So I think that's cool.
I have to say, the mention of the Goo Goo Dolls brings up a traumatic memory for me.
Oh, yeah?
When I was in 8th grade, a bunch of my friends were planning on going to a Goo Goo Dolls concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Maybe I'll go. And they said, Rich, you're not cool enough to go see the Goo Goo Dolls.
No.
And as I get older, I feel like that's more of a, I'm like, that, and it was the Goo Goo Dolls. It wasn't like the Foo Fighters.
Well, what year was that?
Probably was 98, 99 in there.
Yeah, but the Goo Goo Dolls had softened up by then. So
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like looking
Yeah.
back, I'm like, Kevin Smith, you liar. I'm so mad at you. We were friends.
I saw the Goo Goo Dolls at Fullinger Auditorium on the campus of the University of Illinois in probably like 1990. They had not softened up yet.
Yeah, this was like City of Angels, Goo Goo Dolls era. Yeah. All right, Matt Batt has some photo slang for us. My daughter just said, John took a 0.5 picture. I said, a what? You know, when you put your camera in 0.5 mode? You mean wide angle? No, it's 0.5. Kids these days.
I mean, the kid has a point, Matt Batt. It's called 0.5, Dad.
They're
Doesn't
reading
say
the
wide
text.
angle anywhere. I don't know where you're getting that.
Knowing what it says on the tin, I have sympathy for your child. That
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
And if your child is the devil, that would be sympathy for the devil. But we don't think your child is the devil.
To be fair, I don't think we've confirmed or denied our feelings.
Devilish, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, certainly no one's perfect.
That's great. 0.5 mode. That's exactly what it is, though. It makes sense. And then Ambassador Domo with the twofer today on something he's seen in his feed. I've noticed a significant number of then and now TV and movie. Wait, is this the same thing?
No. This is a different thing. Look at the
I noticed
picture.
a significant number of then and now TV and movie AI generated videos on Facebook. Is this a thing? I attached a screenshot of David Schwimmer in Band of Brothers. I'm trying to figure out how
This
to
is
make
adjacent to what Todd had wrote back up in the flashback vids, but this is like that AI kind of slop like images of, again, like a celeb hugging themselves and stuff like that when they were younger. I mean, I see like a ton of these.
It's another take on it.
Yeah, I think so. It's creepier and weirder and doesn't make me feel as fun as when it's celebrities posting like their awkward 90s pictures. But yes,
I know
David
you
Schwimmer.
attached the photo, and I'm trying my best to figure out how to show it without showing everything else
Oh yes,
because it's
here.
just in the doc.
Hold on. Oh,
And I
yeah.
don't want to show all the doc because there's,
Yes.
people's information. and stuff.
Secret. There's doc secrets.
But thank you for the screenshot. I appreciate that.
Yes. I will do a better job of highlighting that in the future. Sorry.
Or if we could put it in its own upload or something, and then I could link it.
Yeah, I was doing the Dropbox links, and I don't know why I stopped doing that. I will
Oh,
do that
yeah.
going
Yeah,
forward.
no. That would be better.
Yes.
That works better. But yeah, it's David Schwimmer from Band of Brothers at age 34, and then a current David Schwimmer hugging him at age 59. And honestly, it's David Schwimmer, so he doesn't look that different.
It's true. It's actually, that's the most upsetting part.
Yeah. All right. It is time now for our shout outs, and we have challenged ourselves with Molly Gone to do one of the most difficult shout outs the world of podcasting has ever seen. Our shout outs already go above and beyond because Rich Straffolino spares no effort to bring you the best customized shout outs in the business, not just saying your name, but saying your name in a way you would not expect that makes you feel good and makes you laugh. this week, Rich has raised the stakes even more. We're going to ad-lib those.
This is, my most existential. What could be more customized than something straight off the dome?
Chat room, we need a theme. This is turned into improv exercises.
Yeah, I need a scene. Could be Oscars were just happening. Maybe it could be award show related.
Everybody's furiously typing, trying to come up with a theme. Technomen said Oscar winners right as you were saying that. Yeah.
Okay.
Broadway musicals, Zoe says.
Oof, okay.
Oh, boy. What if we combine those?
Yes. Anything Broadway, Tony.
Broadway
maybe?
musical and Oscar-worthy movies. Because I don't want to be saying a movie and have someone go, well, actually, that one never won an Oscar.
Yes.
All right.
I know what I'm going to... Okay. Do you want me to kick this off?
I actually have one for A.B. Puppy.
You can go ahead then.
All right. A.B. Puppy. He's better than cats.
Accepting the award for Best Cinematography, A.J. Venturello.
Benjamin Forrest is like a box of chocolates.
And who could forget that seminal classic, The Wonderful Wizard of Biocow?
Dom. He's all about family.
Eric Duncan, the proud winner of Best Product Placement in a Movie Award, coming into the Academy in 2027.
S-Dub, Texas, where all my exes live.
Did you see that new Gabriel Coen Brothers movie? Just cleaned up. It was really, really fantastic.
No, I was busy seeing Jake Into the Woods.
And then we've got, of course, Best Short Form award goes to Kevin Sill. Kevin Sill, truly inspired. Yeah. I'm happy for Kevin Sill. Short name, short movie. We like
I'm
it.
happy for Laura Abel and Kane.
Yes, and of course, who could forget the award for Best Box Office with Lee Price keeping the dollars up.
And the inimitable Lonesome Dove, Louis St. Amour.
Of course, one of my favorite revivals to win an award this year. Meet me in Mike Akins, because I didn't get Louis St. Amour.
Wednesday likes Mike Lurch.
I remember that Academy Award-winning song, Mr. Morris Jones. It was great.
And you. Great. Yeah, I remember that one.
It was great.
And Valor keeps on trucks. Eastbound and down. Loaded up with Valor trucks. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, and
I think maybe we had about 4 different themes during that.
The theme was We Spoke Words, and their names were in them, and I think it was fantastic. Thanks to everybody though for listening to It's a Thing, for letting me to keep making silly shout outs each and every week, even when we improv them. And you can become a member of the It's a Thing Patreon, get access to cool stuff like our Discord and ad-free RSS feed. Patreon.com/It's a Thing.
You can also support the show by buying merch through our shopping page at itsathing.me/shop. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Speaking lies. Got politicians to take that high.
Yeah. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should do this show.
Do those shout outs, yeah. For the 10th consecutive time, I've tried to work that quote into a CISO Series podcast episode title. That's one of my jobs, is to write episode titles in vaguely funny ways. So I always try and work that line and Ferengi rules of acquisition into
rule of acquisition.
I keep wanting to get dignity in an empty sack is worth the sack is one of my favorite ones, and I feel like that can be applied in the business context, right? You can get that in there.
Some kind of useless security procedure.
Yeah,
and
security theater and an empty sack is worth the sack, or something like that. Yeah. One of these days, David will fall for it.
CrowdStrike's latest update in a sack.
Yeah, it's worth it. The other one is the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife, which is my other absolute favorite rule of acquisition.
Good times. Good times. Yeah. I enjoyed that. That was a fun little bit. I respect you for trying to stay on theme while I just was like, I don't know. This came to mind. I know it's a song or a book.
Yes. So go back to a more structured format, I think, next week.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun to do.
It certainly ignited the old synapses. And what more could we ask?
You know what we could do at some point? I screwed us up by calling for a theme, but we could just do free association shout-outs.
That's true. Yes.
You know, where whatever comes to mind is the thing you say.
We could, BioCow, Bioshock. Yeah. We could do it Robin Williams style. It doesn't have to make sense as long as you say it with enthusiasm.
Free milk and a bio cow. And I told you a story about free milk and bio cow.
Dom Waits and Nighthawks at the Diner. Yeah, there we go.
I wait. And Nighthawks at the Diner.
Oh, good times.
I went past the Little Red Recovery Room.
Really?
What song is that from? Tom Waits. Little Red Recovery Room in a criminal underwear bra. Reds. Little Red's Recovery Room.
Reds.
And Filipino Box Spring Hog from his album Mule Variations.
Yes.
She was sitting down in Little Red's Recovery Room in a criminal underwear bra.
That's right up there with Swordfish Trombone is my favorite title of a Tom Waits album.
On December 31st, 1999, I was driving up into Sonoma County to spend the night at a person's house up there to ring in the new century. We were all getting away from the city in case, crazy stuff happened with Y2K. And as we were driving up there, we passed Little Red's Recovery Room. And my friend was like, that's the actual Little Red's Recovery Room from the song.
That is cool.
In Cotati, California.
I will say in Nighthawks at the Diner, there is a song, I believe it's Emotional Weather Report. And each song has like a 20-minute prelude of Tom Waits drunkenly talking to the audience.
Yeah.
Or his character,
No,
he's making all of these LA references. Yeah, I'm not presuming one way or the other. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's Tom Waits. Come on.
But he's making all these LA references, and I can't I'm half curious to be like, is Norms still making weird patty melts? Is that still around? I assume not.
Norms is still around.
Is it still around? Okay,
I haven't checked the menu, but if they took patty melt off the menu, I would be shocked.
It would be very okay. So this makes me very happy. I can enjoy the song slightly more, or the prelude to the song slightly more now. Because it's still relevant.
I'm trying to look on Street View. Well, actually, no. I think this is fine. Little Red Recovery Room is no more.
Oh.
It has closed. It has been replaced, however, by Jane Dispensary.
I mean, it was
So
it was that
in a
or
way
vapes
you could
or
say
cell
it just
phones.
modernized.
Yeah, they got to go with the times.
Yeah. They updated for the modern era. I tell you, I went with a friend of mine who was in town and wanted to go to a dispensary in LA. And I was like, well, there are plenty of them. You can go to any of them, but there is one that I've always been curious about and never gone in because I saw The Rock go into it one time.
Really?
So I'm like, what is the dispensary that The Rock would go to look like?
Good enough for The Rock.
So we went. It is members only.
Oh.
And to become a member, you show them your driver's license.
It's a very exclusive.
And then they have a door with a buzzer that you have to wait because they have a limit on how many people can be in there. So as soon as someone comes out, then you can go in. Okay. So someone comes out, we go in. There's 3 other people in there and it's huge. So it's like they could fit a lot more people in here, but I guess for security or privacy, but they super served us. Wow. There was like a person came over and was like, what do you need? What kind of things do you usually get? What are you looking for? I recommend this. This one might be good. And then took us over and rang us up, gave him a club card and said, and he's like, wow, I'm from out of town. He's like, yeah, but if you ever come back, you can after a certain amount, you get a discount and all that. I was like, wow, it's high touch.
Yeah, it's a bougie dispensary.
Yeah.
It is fascinating how the world of, I don't even want to say commerce, but like retail culture, right, took the head shop and when it became legitimized when they could make a legitimate business out of it, right?
The funny thing is, the other dispensaries around me are like head shops. You just walk in, like they might have a security guard or something, but they're not special. This one was like, it was as if they used to run it when it wasn't legal.
Yeah,
didn't change the business.
Where they're like, we're
practices.
checking if you're a cop. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I want to know the history of that place, but it's across from my vet, which is why I even knew about it. Because one day I was taking my dog to the vet, and I saw someone getting out of a Porsche, and they were the size of the Porsche. And then I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Dwayne Johnson.
Wow.
And then he went into that shop.
That is like an epic celebrity sighting, right?
Yeah. I don't get many of those because I usually don't recognize people. Usually Eileen has to tell. I was behind Michael Keaton in the security line at LAX once and did not realize it was him until Eileen told me afterwards. And we even like shared a look with each other about how slow the person in front of him was. And then she's like, oh my God, that was Michael Keaton. I was like, oh, really? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess he did look kind of.
I would have noted. I've been like, now I know what Michael Keaton smells like.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We also went through the security line at LAX with the Target dog.
Really? Like with the bullseye? Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
because Eileen asked, she's like, is that the actual Target dog? And they're like, one of them. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4, but this is one of them.
I think the closest, probably the best or longest duration celebrity sighting was we were out to dinner with some friends and RG3 was playing for the Browns. He had just signed. And we're like, it's like a BJ's pub or like brewery, whatever.
Yeah.
He's just sitting in a booth with someone he was, sharing a meal with. And
to BJ's.
like so my back was to him. And everyone's like, it's RG3. I was like, guys, it's not RG. He would not. Like, I'm just trying to downplay it the entire time. And then finally, I turn around or I get up to go to the bathroom or something like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, you guys. I can't believe it.
The best celebrity sighting I never had. We were eating at this place in Westwood. That's kind of upscale-ish. It's like it's a farmer's market, but it's like that's where Gwyneth Paltrow has her store and stuff. So it's like, this is really a farm. So we're eating at this cafe in there, and I'm sitting there, and my wife and her friend are sitting across from me, and they're like, "Oh my God, don't look!" But Ted Danson is right behind you. And I'm like, wow. And they're like, oh my God. And they're clearly, it's not you're going to think they were doing a bit on me. But I'm 99% sure they weren't because they were nudging each other. And I saw other people like, oh, look, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to be the jerk who just turns around and goes, oh, what? And apparently he was standing right behind me. And then eventually I turned and looked, they're like, oh yeah, he's going.
You waited too long.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Ted Danson, I hope you appreciate that I didn't make a scene.
He definitely. I mean, that's the other thing is like my instinct is like, all right, I need to give this person as much. This is the Midwest in me, right?
Yeah,
like
me
I'm
too.
like, I just need to give them as much space. I have nothing they could possibly want to hear ever in my life. Like they're happy. Just let them do their thing.
I have a hard enough time coming up with small talk with people I have to talk to.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, have you heard about the weather recently?
Yeah, it just keeps coming every day. More weather. Sometimes it's hot, then it gets cold. Isn't that crazy?
When I learned that Zoom call unlock, I was like, oh, I can kill 5 minutes on this bad boy. Oh man, we had snow. I don't have to talk about anything.
Well, especially when you're on a Zoom call because then you guys have different weather.
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you're in
where are you
different
at?
places.
Also.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that like?
Yeah.
Oh.
So how's the weather in Ohio, Rich?
Meteorific.
Yes, I heard about the meteor that fell. So you have like a 20% chance of meteors today? Is that?
That's what we're thinking. Any dinosaurs in the area have been asked to leave. So yeah,
I've been given the evacuation order.
yeah, it just, it was more of a trigger warning kind of thing. But yeah, it was just a big boom that everyone that you knew in the air in the 20-mile radius was texting each other rapidly like, did you all hear that? It was fun.
Is it cold even?
Yeah, it snowed last night.
So it's meteor weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the other one. That's the one that got me when I moved to California. People talk about earthquake weather. Oh, yeah, it's total earthquake weather. Earthquakes never happen when people say that. Never. I feel the safest from an earthquake when the people are like, oh, it's total earthquake weather.
Like, I'm pretty sure the plates, they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's hot here. I'm not bragging. And I know that anyone in snow hates to hear me complain about it being 92 degrees in March, but it is 92 degrees.
That's just pity. I don't.
This reminds me of when I was a kid in a snowstorm, watching the weather and seeing that it was 90 in LA and going, wonder what it's like to be there when we're all snowed in. And now I know.
And you're like, you fool.
You fool.
You could have been wearing a sweater and been uncomfortable in your car for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be cold either. I want to be perfect temperature all the time. Is that so much to ask?
Yes, it is, Tom.
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you about my my brother. Was rewarded with a company trip to Hawaii for doing a great job. It's a thing his company does every year for certain people who are to recognize their exemplary efforts. And so he was super excited. He gets on the plane. Actually, it's because of the snowstorm. He drives down to the airport, gets an airport hotel the night before. Super smart. And he was glad he did because they changed the flight to an earlier flight. They canceled his flight. He was supposed to go Milwaukee to Chicago to Maui to Kona. And they changed his flight to an earlier flight, but now he would be going Milwaukee to Denver to Kona. So not as many changes of plane, even though he had to get up a little earlier, and he would get in earlier. So he's like, okay, so far so good. Gets to the airport. They get on the plane. They deplane them. Mechanical issue. Takes 2 hours to fix. But the good news is connecting flight in Denver is also delayed.
Okay.
Get on the plane, fly to Denver. They land a half hour after their connecting flight takes off. They go to United Airlines and say, we had this mechanical issue in Milwaukee. It wasn't even weather related. What do we do? And they're like, well, you could try again tomorrow. Didn't give him a hotel room. Didn't give him a voucher. So
United customer service.
He was with 4 or 5 other people from his company. They all figured out how to get a hotel near the airport. They go do that, come back the next morning, and they are delayed on their flight to Kona again. This time, United gives them a $15 meal voucher for their trouble. Yeah.
Someone's getting a bagel.
Yeah. Or breadsticks. Yeah.
Or a magazine, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a couple magazine and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really shouldn't have, United.
The luxuries of flying the friendly skies.
And then they cancel that flight, also for mechanical reasons, and give them the option of, well, we can either fly you to San Francisco, but the flight to San Francisco is delayed, so you might miss your connection to Kona, or we'll give you a hotel room tonight and we'll put you on a flight tomorrow, which is today. So now he's missed half the week in Hawaii.
Jeez.
Just waiting. And this morning I get a text from him. He's like, hello from first class on Alaska Airlines. Our COO let us buy a different airline ticket to get there and offered to extend the trip since we missed so much of it. Yeah.
Now that's all. I mean, that's valuing. I would feel very valued as an employee. Let me just tell you that.
Absolutely.
And
I'm
that's
like,
amazing.
your company is not the problem here.
Yeah. No. Oh God, no. It is
The other
United
interesting
is
thing
trash.
that my brother said, and this is one of the reasons I'm being circumspect about where he works. United Airlines is a client of his company, and he's like, I wonder how their next contract negotiation is going. Because it's the COO who got involved and was like, okay, you guys, this is ridiculous. Here, let me give you the approvals and all of that. But yeah, man.
Thank God for Alaska.
Yeah, and Alaska Airlines, perfectly
I've heard
reliable.
nothing but good things.
Actually, flies routes when you buy a ticket to fly on the route.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
I've heard even if they can't fly on the route that they like try to figure out how to help you.
Wait, not just abandon you and
Yeah.
have you pay everything
Yeah,
out of
no.
pocket for something that's out
Exactly.
of your control? Oh.
Man, it's your fault for picking United Airlines. You should have known.
Eat your stroop waffle and shut up.
Oh man, when he said he was on United, I was like, well, it's been a bunch of years since I had my bad experience. Maybe they've changed.
No. They were due. You were due.
I sent him the United Breaks Guitars YouTube video. Do you remember that one?
No.
There was a band was traveling, and they saw their guitar being put into the luggage and saw it being thrown by the luggage person. And then when they get it at baggage claim, it's broken. They go to United and say like, hey, we saw your person like throwing this into the luggage area. And the United said like, well, we are not responsible for damage to your luggage, and did nothing.
Well, I mean, that checks out.
Yeah. All right, folks. Good chatting with everybody. We will have Molly Wood back for you next week. Until then, may all of your things be wonderful.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Where's the thing? There it is.